This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 1038 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you, one day at a time. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. For today's New Year's Eve tip, where Glenn and Dr. Tucker have a light-hearted conversation about a serious topic: why you should, or shouldn't, float your horse's teeth. And we'll get right to our tip after this important message from EasySignsOnline.com.
This week's EasySignsOnline.com spotlight product is their New England Style Farm Signs, their most popular line of signs. New England Style Farm Signs are very durable and designed for long-term outdoor use with no maintenance required, no wood to rot, and no paint to peel. They will outlast the old style painted wood signs by many, many years. They are available in many sizes, shapes, and styles, which makes them the perfect sign for any farm or business. Go online today and go through the EasySignsOnline.com easy step-by-step ordering process to see all the prices and options available. They also offer free, no-obligation sign proofs on all New England-style signs, and you get free shipping as well on all New England-style signs. So replace your old worn-out sign and make a great first impression with a new farm sign from EasySignsOnline.com. And the holidays are right around the corner, so it's a terrific gift idea. I can't think of a better one. Visit EasySignsOnline.com. Well, today we have back with us Dr. Tucker. You all know Dr. Tucker. He's done a bunch of different tips with us. He has a website called theequinepractice.com, and he's one of the most famous traveling dentists around the country. Travels up and down the East Coast mostly, visiting farms and horses all over the East Coast and helping with his no-power tool form of dentistry. He believes that the mouth is a power tool-free zone. I wish my dentist believed that. And, of course, we're going to get to Jeff right after we speak about equestrian collections. You know, I know that Jeff is a friend of equestrian collections as well. What are you waiting for? Your blankets and your sheets from the last couple of years have holes in them. They look like crap. And every year you say, I'm going to replace that next year. And then next year comes and you go, I can get through one more year with this thing. Well, the thing's first of all, it's standing up by itself. You could just spread it out, stand it up, and let it sit there without the horse under it. It is that crusty and old. So we want you to take a look at equestriancollections.com. They have over 20 top name brands of sheets and blankets. If you need it, they have it. From the lightest weight blankets and sheets for Florida and for Texas and for Arizona, places like that, where my new co-host Jamie lives in Arizona there for my new co-host of the morning show, which starts November 1st at 9 a.m. Eastern, called Horses in the Morning. And it's live, and we want you to call. But you got a blanket, and you got a sheet that just is out of sorts and should have been replaced a couple of years ago. Well, now's the time to do it because Equestrian Collections has terrific prices, has terrific choices, and will get that blanket or sheet out to you very quickly. So hop on over to equestriancollections.com. Right now, today is the time to replace that blanket or sheet at equestriancollections.com. Hi, Dr. Tucker, and welcome back to Horse Tip Daily.
Glenn, it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Well, I enjoy talking to you every single time. I don't know if anybody enjoys listening to these tips with you and I, but we have a good time doing them. So
I think my wife does. I think she laughed during one of them.
Yeah, she did. So what are we talking about today?
I always talk about equine dentistry and all the reasons you should do it and all this stuff. It almost sounds like blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to tell everybody there's one reason why not to have equine dentistry done. And it's really important to understand. And once you learn this, you probably never have your horse's teeth done again.
Okay, did I hear you right? You said why not to have it done?
Oh, absolutely. There's always a reason why not to do something.
Okay, I just haven't heard that out of your mouth yet. So I'm ready.
Well, I try and give everyone
Shock me here, Dr. Tucker.
Once your horse's teeth are done effectively, and all the points have been removed, which means all the sources of pain have been removed from the horse's mouth. Now the horse knows what it feels like. And now you're committed to having your dentist come out there and float on a regular basis. If you don't float your horse's teeth, then your horse will never know what normal is and will lead a life of quiet desperation, and you won't know any better. So don't float your horse.
I like how you turned that around. We should repeat that. So if I never do it, they won't know what they didn't have in the first place.
Yeah, if I never loved, I never would have felt the pain.
So if I'd never eaten chocolate... I didn't go dirty with it. So if I had never eaten chocolate, I wouldn't know what I'm missing, is what
Correct.
You're saying. Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah.
If you've never been to the mountains, or if you've never been to the seashore, or whatever you want to say, but these horses, like the horse, I've done so many horses that look fine. You know, they're eating okay, and the owner says, "Gosh, the horse is doing fine. I really don't. Why the heck are you floating the teeth?" And I'll go in there and I'll start floating. The horse literally moans out and their head lowers, and I start floating their teeth. And I did one. Oh my gosh, it was a Peruvian Paso, that what I call a South Florida Paso, which means they don't come from the easiest life, and they come from the backyards. And this horse is rescued, and it was I'm guessing around 20 years old, and to go in there, the horse was scared to death. It had been beaten and all sorts of bad stuff. And I start floating the horse, and the eyes are like bugging out at me. And I start floating the horse's teeth, and the horse actually rears up a couple times. But I take the rear up as just, hey, you know, what are you doing? And not an aggression, not an attack. And I just keep floating. Again, I don't need any drugs. The horse all of a sudden says, oh my God. And when I get done, it's still guarding itself. But there's something in our field that we look for. One is a head shake. When we're done, the horse just shakes his head side to side. It tells me that they feel really good. Well, this horse gave me a total body shake, which means they feel really good. And then to boot on top of it, the horse gave me a double body shake, and I've never had one of those. And the horse was just also mellow. The eye was soft, and went over and started eating hay. And I know this horse now knows what normal is and will never look back. And here's the other problem. Some of these horses, as soon as you take away all the sources of pain, within 3 months, a little pebble comes back in their shoe, or, you know, that's a way of saying a little point comes along on a tooth. And man, these horses are going nuts. And I'll get a phone call at 3-4 months after floating, say, Doc, this horse is starting to, you know, hold his head one side or be really bad on the bit. And I'll say, well, that's expected, because now the horse knows what normal is, and now he knows that that's not normal, and you better call me, you know. So I go out there and do a little touch-up, and the horse is fine. So yeah, don't float your horse's teeth, because I'm going to have to be seeing you for the rest of the horse's life.
Okay, well, let's leave it at that, I think. So where can people find out more about you?
The Equine Practice, theequinepractice.com.
And you're still taking new clients?
I don't think there'll ever be an end to that.
Okay.
In fact, I've grown like crazy this year. So yeah, bring it on.
And you're bringing on some apprentices and have some people working with you now, so that's kind of neat.
Yep.
And all right, good. So that's theequinepractice.com. Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome.
I do love doing these tips with Dr. Tucker, because you never know what you're going to hear. You just never know. We'll be back tomorrow with another new tip and another new expert. Until then, stay safe, everyone, and wear your helmet.
The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.